Noss and the Raiders will go to the east end of the gymnasium to start the thing off, and Raiders control the tip. Patberg with it down in the backcourt. Rebels are in a 3-2 zone, it appears. Out top the key, underneath to Steinhardt, turn around up, no good. Rebound comes down to South Spencer and away to Chris Allen. Allen gets it down floor and hands it away to Brad Rust. Rust across the timeline, down the corner, nearly bobbled, but picked back up by Clark. Clark in the middle to Allen again. Down the corner. Allen looks inside, dumps it into Clark. Back to Allen. Corner jumper on the way. In and out, no good. Noss rebounds and flips it away to Steinhardt. Steinhardt runs it the other way for the Raiders. Off to Yoakum. Top of the key to Patberg. Around to Ron Patberg. Cross court to Todd Yoakum. In the corner, he'll take the 15-footer and miss it. Rebound. Steinhardt has it chipped away.
Read all year.
Inbounds, it comes to Patberg. His jumper from the corner is good. So Ron Patberg give the Raiders their first 2 of the night. 2-0 Southridge. Rebels with the basketball. Brad Rust will come up floor, bring it to the left side, and give it away to Tracy Clark. Clark holds it above his head, looks inside, now brings it back outside to Shorts. Shorts guarded by Yoakum, gives it away to Lindsay. Lindsay drives the lane, dishes it back outside, and the charging foul will be called on Bill Lindsay. First turnover on the Rebels. First foul on Lindsay, second team foul. Southridge will be taken out of bounds and face full court pressure from the Rebels. Zone pressure it is, as Ron and Rick Patberg will work it up the floor. Rick with it, back to Ron. Ron on the dribble, back to Rick. Now near the timeline. Across the timeline he goes, into a trap. Gives it away to Ron. Ron on the dribble, cut off by Rust. Gives it to Yoakum. Yoakum underneath to Noss. Noss dips it away, throws it a little bit too high. And the Rebels have the basketball. Brad Rust in the middle, slapped away, and a foul called on Steinhardt. Steinhardt picks up his first foul. First foul on the Raiders. 2-0, just underway here in the first half.
Shots that they normally would make that have not fallen.
Inbounds it comes to Clark. Clark down the corner, takes it to the baseline. His double team. Spins it back outside to Allen. Allen down the lane, puts it off the glass, no good. And Patberg rebounds for the Raiders. And he's called for carrying the ball on his hip. The first quarter. Inbounds pass will come to Allen. He's open, blocked by Steinhardt. Good defense by Ron. He pulls the ball down and heads the other way. Steinhardt stops it, puts it away to Patberg. Rick Patberg down to Ron. Ron double teamed around to Steinhardt. Steinhardt holds it above his head. Cross courts it to Patberg. Rick from the side, no good. Rebound to Ron. Ron turns back outside to Yoakum. Yoakum drives.
Second, Denny, but Steinhardt used his quickness and his long arms to make a clean block, and he came down with the ball. Start a Raider fast break.
Here's a drive. Shot put up, no good. Rebound Allen. Back up and in. The Rebels have tied it up. Chris Allen with his first 2. On the rebound off of Brad Rust, missed. Steinhardt away to Patberg. Rick up across the timeline to Yoakum. Yoakum takes it down towards the corner. Rebels in a zone defense. Yoakum with the basketball. Top of the key to Patberg. Around to Ron. Ron Patberg. He looks out top of the key. Now across to Rick. Top of the key to Yoakum. Back to Ron. Ron looks into the shot. Steps through. Back to Yoakum. Top of the key jumper on the way by Todd is good. Yoakum with his first 2. It's 4-2 Southridge on top. Brad Rust will bring it up floor for the Rebels. Rust in across the timeline, gets a pick from Scherz, now breaks it down, give it a go, he gets it inside, Scherz in the lane, back outside to Rust. He's cut off, lobbed inside to Scherz, off the glass, no good, tipped up and in by Tracy Clark, his first 2. Good move by Tracy Clark inside. Ties the game at 4. Patberg across the timeline to Yoakum. Yoakum steps down, takes the 12-footer, misses it. Rebound, 2 Raiders underneath. Steinhardt has it, head fake, back up, and no good. He's fouled. Steinhardt with a rebound inside, drew the foul as he went back up for the shot, and he'll go to the line. The foul goes against Tracy Clark. That's his first, the team's third. And Ron Steinhardt will take a 2-shot opportunity
tonight against Washington, and they're off to a good start on the boards tonight, out rebounding South Spencer so far 5-3.
Steinhardt misses his first shot. He's shooting 60% from the line coming into tonight's game. He'll try one more time. Second one by Ron. Back of the rim, no good. Yoakum nearly had the rebound, but it comes away to Allen instead. Yoakum knifed inside but couldn't come up with it. So the Rebels have the ball with a chance to take the lead. Allen gives it away to Rust. Rust down the corner. Lobs it outside to Shorts. Shorts steps in, double team, now to Lindsay. Lindsay at the top of the key, backs away. Now moves it inside. Back outside to Rust. Rust down the wing to Shorts. Shorts lobs it to the lane to Lindsay, picked away by the Raiders. Here comes Yoakum on the break. He'll take it down inside, lean in, put it up and off the glass and good. Nice body control by Todd Yoakum. He has his 4th point, and the Raiders lead 6-4 on the turnover. South Spencer with the basketball. Shorts has it, gives it away to Lindsay. Lindsay holds it above his head, down to the baseline to Allen. He'll take a 10-footer and knock it home. Chris Allen with his 4th point makes it 6-6. Patberg back the other way for the Raiders, all the way across the timeline. Double team away to Rick Patberg, now to Yoakum. Yoakum underneath the round, he's open, lays it up and in. Nice pass from Yoakum to Ron Patberg. He's got his 4th point, 8-6. The Raiders are ahead by 2. 3:20 to play in the first quarter. Lindsay across the timeline to Shorts. Back to Lindsay on the wing. Lindsay looks inside, gives it to Allen, stolen away by Patberg, getting back by Allen. He lobs underneath to Clark. Clark in the lane, turns, shoots, and scores. He's fouled by.
Finally put it up, and he got it home.
Into the ball game for South Spencer comes Bobby Richards. The free throw is no good. Steinhardt rebound, so we're still tied at 8. Steinhardt away to Patberg. Rick on the dribble, now to Ron. Steinhardt fakes down the lane. Top the key to Yoakum. To Rick Patberg, inside to Steinhardt. Spinning move off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for. Ron Patberg has it. Moves it back into the floor. Rebels looking for their first lead. Clark has the basketball. Out on the wing to Rust. Rust to the baseline. Back outside to Allen. Allen steps through, puts it off the glass, no good. And Yoakum skies for the rebound. Todd Yoakum heads it up floor, now whips it back to Patberg, and the Raiders run the offense. Patberg on the dribble, kicked away by the Rebels out of bounds. Ron on the dribble, top of the key to Rick. He'll set, 15-footer, short. Rebound, tipped loose by Patberg, and a foul. They've had 2 or 3 chances at this, Dave, but haven't been able to drop it when in a situation where they could take the lead. 8-8, 2:11 to play in the first quarter. Rust on the dribble, gives it away to Richards. Richards from the corner hits it. And Bobby Richards gives South Spencer a 10-8 lead. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Patberg all the way across the timeline. Gives it away to Rick. Now to Yoakum. Yoakum down the corner to Hillsmeyer. Hillsmeyer back to Patberg. Patberg one dribble, slapped away, picks it back up. Away to Yoakum. Yoakum from 15, no good. Rebound to Lindsay. Lindsay out on the run for South Spencer. Down through the traffic. Lays it down the corner to Richards. Richard lobs inside. Clark puts it up. No good. And Yoakum has the rebound for Southridge. So the Raiders trying to tie it back up. 10-8. They trail. Patberg to Yoakum. Down the corner to Hillsmeyer again. Back to Patberg. He comes to the left side and gives it away to Yoakum. Cross to Ron Patberg. Head fake. Steps in. 10-footer. Glass no good. Rebound Hillsmeyer back up. No good. Rebound Hillsmeyer back up and in. Mike Hillsmeyer with good board work ties the game at 10 with 1:05 to play in the first quarter. Bill Lindsay walks the ball up floor for South Spencer. Gives it away to Clark. Clark in the middle to Allen. Allen away to Lindsay. Lindsay to Clark, cutting through the lane. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay steps through. 10-footer on the way. Rims in and out, no good. Hillsmeyer again with a rebound. Down quickly it comes to Patberg. Down the corner. Rick slows it down. Gives it away to Yoakum. In the corner to Ron Patberg. Head fake. Now in the lane to Yoakum. Yoakum drives through. Steps up. 10-footer. No good. Rebound. Hillsmeyer. Back up. No good. Rebound. And a jump ball will be called.
Patberg stepping into jump for the Raiders against Brad Rust.
30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Patberg's tip is to his brother. Rick with it. Looks for help. Gives it to Ron. Away to Yoakum. He directs traffic. Lob in the corner to Rick. Rick steps around. Now to Ron. Ron down the lane. Back to Rick. Rick from 15. Good. Rick with his first 2. The Raiders lead 12-10. Raiders up by 2 with 13 seconds to play. Rust will bring it down floor. The Rebels look to tie it up before the quarter ends. Richards with it. Leads to the lane to Rust. Free throw is up, and he hits it. 2 seconds left. Inbounds it comes to Patberg. Three-quarter court shot is off the glass, no good. And after 1 quarter, it's the Rebels 13 and the Raiders 12.
For a sure shot for your future financial planning, now's the time to check into First National's IRA savings plan. With an individual retirement account, you can...
Ron Patberg and the Raiders, Dave Tedrow, have gone to their tallest lineup of the year. Yoakum, Steinhardt, Hilsmeyer, O'Brien, and Noss.
Trying to match up better inside against this tall South Spencer team, but Denny Southridge has done very well on the boards, out-rebounding the Rebels 13-5 in the first quarter.
Rebels shooting very well from the field. Here are the Rebels with the ball to start the second quarter. Raiders now in a zone. Rust with the ball out top to Lindsay. Lindsay steps through, knocked away, picked up by Allen. Allen on the dribble, takes the 18-footer and rips it home. Chris Allen with his 6th point. Makes it 15-12, the Rebels by 3. Hilsmeyer and Yoakum are playing the guard spot. They'll work it up floor. Hilsmeyer takes it down to the corner, back outside to Steinhardt. Steinhardt lobbed to Noss, off the glass, good. Andy Noss with his first 2 on the feed from Steinhardt. 15-14, Rebels back by a 1-point margin, and the ball, Lindsay. On the dribble, around the key it goes in the middle, shot put up and off the glass, rebound Yoakum. Shot put off by Beatty was no good. Yoakum gets the rebound and now gives it away to Steinhardt. Steinhardt on the run across the timeline, bounces it down to Hilsmeyer, back to Steinhardt. Hilsmeyer again, looks inside the Noss, he has the position, puts it up no good, and the rebound comes away to Allen. Noss couldn't get it to drop that time, and Allen's cleared the boards for South Spencer. Still a 15-14 to Rebel lead with 6:35 to play. Allen with it, top the key to Lindsay. In the middle, Allen again. Blocked by Noss, pulled down by Steinhardt. Nice block by Andy Noss. Quickly it comes down to Yoakum. Yoakum sets it up. Top the key, Steinhardt. Now to Hilsmeyer. Lob for O'Brien over his head. Off a Rebel. Saved inbounds. Nope, he didn't get it. Bill Lindsay nearly saved. Deny the pass.
South Spencer's done a good job packing that zone in, Denny, and making Southridge take the 15-20 footer.
Yoakum, head fake, 15-footer on the way, off the iron, no good. Steinhardt puts it back up and in. Ron Steinhardt with his first 2, and the Raiders take a 1-point lead back, 16-15. Bill Lindsay across the timeline to Allen. Allen out in the corner to Rust. Head fake, back outside to Lindsay. Lindsay at the top of the key. Out on the wing it comes to Beatty. In the middle, Allen puts it through the middle, hits it. It won't count. A foul will be called on Steinhardt. Steinhardt with his second to play in the first half. Allen's free throw dropped through. He has second one by Allen is home again. He has 8, and the Rebels are back by 1 again. Raiders against the press, get it up to O'Brien. O'Brien slapped away from behind by Rust, and he couldn't control it. It goes out basket. Steinhardt into Yoakum. Yoakum across the top of the key. In the middle, slapped away by Allen on the steal. Here he comes on the drive down floor, dips it off, stolen away by Steinhardt. Steinhardt back to Yoakum. Good steal by Ron Steinhardt on the defense.
Saved a bucket, Denny. We've been tied 7 times already.
Steinhardt in the corner to O'Brien. O'Brien outside of Steinhardt again. Now around to Hilsmeyer. Noss to O'Brien in the lane. 10-footer, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes back.
After the rebound and before O'Brien could get back up with a foul shot.
Hilsmeyer at the top of the key, brings it in for the Raiders, off to Yoakum. Now Steinhardt. Steinhardt to Hilsmeyer. Hilsmeyer changes his shot, tries to get it away to O'Brien. Now takes it inside, puts it up, no good. Tips it again, no good. Fights for the rebound. Noss picks it up, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Will Lindsay. Raiders had 3 chances at it and couldn't get it dropped. Hilsmeyer tried twice, Noss tried once, and it wouldn't fall. So the Rebels take it now on a 1-point lead. In the middle, Allen turns, looks for the shot, now to Lindsay. Across to Richards. Now Allen from 12, no good. Rebound, Steinhardt has it. Steinhardt heads it out to Hilsmeyer. Hilsmeyer on the break, takes it up, lays it up, no good, and he's fouled. Chance to tie it up and put the Raiders back ahead. Hilsmeyer back in, and Ron will be checking in as well. Second one by Hilsmeyer hits again, and now he'll have to leave the ball. The 2 Patbergs, O'Brien, Steinhardt, and Noss. 18-17, they lead by 1. Rust brings it across the timeline, gives it away to Lindsay. Lindsay back to Rust. Raiders stay in the zone. Back to Lindsay. Again to Rust. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay top of the key, down the corner to Allen. Allen looks inside for Shorts. Shorts takes a drive down the lane, puts up the shot and hits it. Jason Shorts with his first two of the night. Rebels back on top, 19-18. Steinhardt down floor to O'Brien, slapped away by South Spencer, picked up by Russ. He goes in and he hits it. He's fouled by Steinhardt. Steinhardt's picked up his third foul and 4-point margin. And they do. 6 points for Rust, and it's 22-18. South Spencer by 4. Pat Bird across the Steinhardt and down across the timeline. Now back to Pat Bird. He dribbles in the middle, gives it away to Ron. Underneath to O'Brien. He'll spin, put it off the glass, and hit it. Ted O'Brien with a nice turnaround jumper has his first two of the night. 22-20. Back to a 2-point game. Lindsay across the timeline, works it in for the Rebels. Back to Rust. Now to Lindsay. Cross courts it to Beatty. Stolen away by Steinhardt. Steinhardt on the drive. Underneath to Patberg in the lane. Reverse layup up no good. Noss rebounds up no good. O'Brien tips it up and in. Ted O'Brien with a follow basket with his fourth. And the Raiders pounding the offensive boards once more to get the basket and tied at 22 with 3:04 to play. Foul on Patberg out the timeline.
Southridge with the basket. Drew back even.
And now they're trailing. 5-6 now. 23-22, 3:01 to play, and Lindsay rattles out this time. Noss has the rebound. Away to Patberg, and Ron runs it across the timeline. Away to his brother Rick, underneath to Yoakum, back to Ron. Ron from the corner, whip. Ron with his 6-point, good ball movement by the Raiders. 24-23, they lead by 1. Lindsay on the dribble for South Spencer. Lobs cross court to Rust. Underneath, stepped away, loose on the floor. Who's got it?
Denny, and I think maybe the Southridge kids in the stands were looking at it more with their hearts and their eyes on that one.
Lob down to Lindsay in the corner. He whips it back outside to Rust. Rust back to Lindsay as Clark is back in the game for South Spencer. Rebels back to their original starting unit. Swept away by Yoakum, and he'll call for a foul. And he could bring the Rebels to another tie, and he does. We're tied at 24, 2-8. And he hits it again. Nearly didn't even move the net that time. 25-24, Rebels lead. Raiders with the basketball. Rick Patberg off to Ron. Down the corner to Yoakum. Cross court to Rick Patberg. Back to Ron. Head fake. Now to Yoakum. Yoakum drives, puts it up no good. And South Spencer rebounds. Clark has it. So the Rebels now with a 1-point lead. And 1:51 to play in the first half. Turnaround jumper by Allen's no good, or Shorts is no good, but Clark rebounds and puts it in. 27-24 Rebels. O'Brien with the basketball. Now to Yoakum. Away to Patberg. Now to Ron Patberg. He'll shoot from the corner and miss it. Rebound comes out long, and Yoakum chases it down. Raiders trail by 3. Yoakum in the corner. Top the key to Patberg. He'll drive in, put it up. Blocked partially by Allen. Pulled down. Fast break for the Rebels. Rush from 10. No good. Rebound Clark. Clark looks for help into Allen in the lane. Blocked by Noss. He puts it up. No good. Rebound out long to Rust. Under a minute now. The Rebels with a 3-point lead in the ball. Lindsay works it in. Now to Rust. Back to Lindsay. 45 seconds to play. And the Rebels are going to spread it out with the 3-point lead and 40 seconds on the clock. Lindsay, top of the key. Away to Rust. Back to Lindsay. 29 seconds.
South Spencer now just holding for the last shot. Apparently only 23 seconds left in the first half. Southridge staying in the zone.
Lindsay with the basketball. Now to Allen. 13 seconds. Back to Rust. Now they start it in motion. Lindsay, top of the key with 7. Tries to drive in against Patberg. Back outside to Scherz with 3. To Clark with 2. He puts it up, no good. Southridge rebounds.
In one day to go with time trial or time finals. So there will be some adjustments all over the state, I'm sure, tomorrow. But we plan at this time to go on with the finals in Indianapolis next Saturday.
How's the status of the girls tournament? Everything all set for that?
Well, we were anticipating that we might set a new record in girls attendance this year. And we're looking forward and hoping that the roads are cleared tomorrow where that attendance will not be down.
Of course, the big show in Indiana starts in a couple of weeks. The draw comes out on Sunday for the boys basketball tournament. And Commissioner, I'm sure that you had to feel good. I don't know if you've seen the article in Sports Illustrated yet that came out on Indiana basketball. That sure is a big boost for something that everybody here in the state already knew, but I guess the rest of the world will know about our game now.
Well, that's certainly good publicity for Indiana high school basketball. I think it was an article that was well written. I know the gentleman has called our office several times to talk with Bob Williams, and it certainly gave L&M, and I know there's a lot of people in southern Indiana that's following L&M, and they may be rather successful when the tournament rolls around.
I think from reading that article, the most impressive thing, Commissioner, was when they talked about how in California they thought they had a very successful tournament with around 200,000 fans, and then in little old Indiana they drew over 1 million.
Well, we are the #1 basketball tournament in the nation. We draw more than anyone else. I don't know why. I think maybe part of it is that we do not have class basketball. A lot of people would disagree with that statement, but I think our basketball is better than most states. And I think one reason that it is better is that the small school competes during the season. I think we could use L&M this year. They're playing Terre Haute South. They've got some other larger schools on their schedule. And when you play up or play schools with larger enrollment, I think it makes you a better basketball team. And I feel that we have a lot of schools in this state that will play. Rossville always opens the season with Lafayette Jeff. I know Huntingburg, old Huntingburg, Southridge now, they always played some of the Evansville schools, which was much larger. And I think that speaks well for their program.
I know that you say playing up. If a class situation were here in Indiana, you probably wouldn't see the Evansville schools going outside to play somebody like Southridge or Forest Park or Du Bois, and the Indianapolis schools probably wouldn't play a team like an L&M team or some of the good small teams around the area, in risk of losing to one of those small teams and losing a little bit of prestige. But in this state, you can play anybody, and on any given night, it's a good ball game.
I think you're very right, and I think that's part of the prestige and the pride that the smaller schools enjoy. They want to play some of those schools, and they certainly enjoy knocking them off.
I know that the L&M article in the article we talked about, should L&M go on and do what their fans are hoping this year, well, they take a notch in history right next to the Milan bunch that they also talked about in that article.
Well, that's very correct. You know, one of the gentlemen on our staff was Ray Kraft, who played on that Milan state championship. And I know I love to reminisce with him on those 54 seasons. And I will tell you this, he feels that he was a better ball player because they did play the second year several larger schools, and through the tournament that he felt that was what probably helped them the most.
And you talk about the prestige of the tournament and how it makes the people feel. I thought it was interesting, the comment by Johnny Wooden that they're up against Allen to start the second half. And the tip is controlled by Southridge. Steinhardt lays it up and in. Steinhardt on a break off the start of the second half, and the Raiders are back to within one at 27-26. Rebels with the basketball. Rust gives it away to Clark, way outside. Back top the key to Rust. Inside to Allen. Turnaround blocked by Noss. fouled by Steinhardt, and that's his fourth. Ron Steinhardt will pick up his points in the first half. Here's South Spencer on the inbounds play. Allen takes it right inside and scores. Chris Allen with his 12th point, and the Rebels again lead by 3, 29-26, 7.5 minutes to play. Southridge with the basketball. Hillsmeyer down the corner, back across to Patberg. Now to Noss deep in the corner. Noss out top to Patberg, across to Rick Patberg from the corner. He will miss. Rebound tipped around. Hillsmeyer brings it down and puts it in. Mike Hillsmeyer with another good offensive board, puts it in for his 6th point. 29-28. We've played about a minute in the third quarter. Clark with the basketball. About 30 feet away from the basket, gives it away to Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, puts it up, no good, and a foul will be called on Todd Yoakum. Yoakum, one of the 2 misses the Rebels had in the first half from the line. Puts it on the way, and he hits this one. Yeah, by Deuce. Second one on the way by Lindsay. Drops through again. 3 points for Lindsay. It's 31-28, South Spencer. Still maintaining the 3-point lead. Patberg all the way across the timeline. He's tripped, and he goes back to kneel in front of the Rebel bench, and the Raiders have the ball. 6:48 to play in the third quarter. Hillsmeyer deep in the corner, outside to Patberg. Back to Yoakum. Yoakum cross court to Ron Patberg. Ron, he looks inside for Noss. He's covered up. Dribbles it away and off the third quarter. Southridge down by 3 with the basketball. Patberg on the dribble. Brings it around the top of the key. Now outside to Hillsmeyer. Hillsmeyer outside again to Ron Patberg. Underneath to Yoakum in the lane. He misses it. Rebound hits the floor, and Allen has it. Todd Yoakum missed the easy bucket underneath, and South Spencer takes the rebound and now walks it up floor. Thrown away by Patberg. He can't control it, out of bounds.
Sparked, and you could see the pass develop, and he almost came up with a steal.
South Spencer again walks it down floor. They have the 3-point lead in the basketball. Their biggest lead has been 4. Outside to Lindsay. Lindsay looks inside to Allen. Allen drives the lane against Yoakum, puts it up, no good. Rebound tipped loose. Lindsay has it back inside. Leans, puts it off the glass, no good. Noss has it for Southridge. Out to Patberg. Rebels with a couple of good chances, but Noss finally cleared it away. Patberg down to Hillsmeyer. Hillsmeyer back outside to Patberg. Lob in the corner to Rick. Now to Ron. Ron from 18 hits it. Ron with his 8th point. The Raiders again cut it to 1, 31-30. But they haven't been able to go back ahead here in the second half. Again, South Spencer has the basketball and a 1-point lead. And they throw it away off the hands of their first lead of the second half as they have the basketball down by a point. Patberg across the timeline. Now to Rick Patberg. He drives to the baseline, stops, back outside to Ron. Ron from the corner, good. Ron Patberg with his 10th point, and the Raiders are up by a bucket, 32-31. The Rebels are going to call time once they get across the timeline. They do, and with basketball, with a chance to get the lead back. Clark takes the inbounds pass, lobs it underneath to Allen. He moves through the lane, scoops it up, puts it up and in. Allen with his 14th point on a drive through the lane. Back to the Rebels with the lead, 33-32. Yoakum across the timeline to Ron Patberg. Now to Rick. Rick drives in. 10-footer is deflected. No good. Noss gets the rebound, and he's fouled on the play. Back court it comes to Patberg. Patberg on the dribble. Scoops it off to Yoakum. Yoakum cross court to Ron Patberg. Now to Rick. Rick across the top of the key to Yoakum. Yoakum inside the Noss. Knocked away by the Rebels. Out of bounds. It goes to Southridge. Todd Yoakum will work the inbounds pass. Back court to Patberg. Patberg over to his brother Ron. Now to Yoakum again. Yoakum back to Patberg. In the corner to Hillsmeyer. Hillsmeyer doesn't want the shot. Underneath they go to Noss. Back to Hillsmeyer. 15-footer by Mike is short. Rebound Yoakum. Back up and he misses it. And a rebound to South Spencer. Todd Yoakum has missed 2 shots right underneath the basket tonight here in the third quarter, and that's just not Todd Yoakum. Now the Rebels will go down 4. Clark with it. Turns, shoots, and misses, and Yoakum has the rebound. Yoakum clears it away to Patberg. Patberg on the run the other way for Southridge now. Away it goes to Hillsmeyer. Hillsmeyer deep in the corner, outside again to Patberg. Now in the lane, stolen away by Allen. He's on the run, slapped away by Yoakum, and he tracks it down the corner. Patberg back the other way for the Raiders. Still 33-32. Yoakum in the corner. Tries to work inside. The charging foul called on
tonight like it normally would. He's still got 11 minutes of playing time to do something about that, though.
33-32. The Rebels are on top by 1. And have the ball. Lindsey gives it away to Beatty. Now inside to Clark. He's double teamed. Back to Lindsey. Inside to Allen. He'll go down the lane, hit the shot. It won't count. Allen, it's his third foul on the Rebels. So the two teams exchange charging fouls. Southridge has the basketball, still trailing by a point. Patberg across the timeline. Rick brings it to the top of the key, lobs it in the middle for Noss, stolen away by Clark. Clark with a steal, and the Rebels still have the lead and the ball. Southridge just hadn't gotten a shot off about the last 3 times down floor. Rebels with the basketball. Top of the key. Clark with it. Cross to Lindsey. Lindsey away outside. Back to Clark. Clark looks for a man inside to Allen. Allen drives, puts it up. Off the glass, no good. Noss has the rebound. Away to Yoakum. Yoakum to Patberg. We've been on 33-32 for quite some time. Patberg in the corner, drives around his man, sets inside, slapped away, picked up by O'Brien, thrown away by O'Brien.
4:42 mark when South Spencer took a 1-point lead.
So it's been about 3 minutes now since anybody scored. Clark on the dribble to the baseline. Gets cut off, lobs it, stolen away by the Raiders. Patberg back the other way for Southridge now. Works against Bill Lindsey. Off to Yoakum. Yoakum, top of the key. Patberg lets it go and hits it. Finally, somebody breaks the ice. It's Rick Patberg with his 4th point. 34-33, Southridge by 1. 1:25 to play in the 3rd quarter. Bounce pass to Lindsey. Off on the wing to Beatty. Beatty underneath to Richards. Richards back to Beatty. Back to Richards. Baseline move. Puts it up and in. Bill Richards with his 4th point. South Spencer by a point. 35-34. Down to the 105 mark. Patberg across the timeline. The top of the key and off to Yoakum. Yoakum to Patberg. Now to Ron Patberg. Back to Rick. Now to Noss. Back to Ron in the corner. Dumps it inside to Yoakum. He spins. Back to Patberg. Corner jumper by Ron is good. Ron with his 12 points. Southridge 36-35. 40 seconds to play. We're on the seesaw. Raiders will drop back into a zone now with just 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Clark to Allen, to Clark, to Lindsey, to Clark in the middle. Back top of the key to Rust. Now to Allen out on the wing. Allen to Rust, away to Lindsey. Lindsey in the lane, blocked by Noss. Rebound to Rust. He stumbles through the lane, puts it up, no good.
South Spencer needs him the most.
Rust with a chance to tie, and he does. Rust with the second one. Hits again. Rebels, excellent from the line tonight. 37-36, they lead with 18 seconds to play. Patberg picks up the dribble, gives it away to Yoakum. Yoakum across the timeline with 11 seconds left. Now 10, way to Patberg. Patberg underneath to Noss, so shoot and score. Noss with his 4th point. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Rust all the way in, puts it up, and it is
Making fresh
play. The tip's controlled by South Spencer. Back in the backcourt, it comes to Bill Richards. Richards off to Beatty. Beatty now to Allen, right down the lane to Richards. Richards trapped in the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, fought for, loose on the floor. Clark gets it. Or excuse me, Allen gets it, and away to Rust. Now to Allen, slapped away by Patberg, picked up by Steinhardt, and he is fouled by Jeff the basketball. Down by a point. 7:28 to play. Patberg gets it across the timeline. Sets it up at the top of the key. Drives the left side to Yoakum. Yoakum back top of the key to Patberg. Patberg underneath to Steinhardt. Slapped away. He picks it back up. Goes up. He travels. And a 1-point lead They've led the entire second half except for a brief moment or two. Allen with the basketball. Looks for Bill Lindsay. Now drives it himself. Top of the key to Rust. Rust against the double team. Gives it away to Clark. Clark takes it to the baseline. He's covered by Noss. Looks for a pass and throws it away. Good defense by Andy to get anything going, Dave.
Their shooting has picked up this half, Denny, but they're starting to make more turnovers.
Yoakum gives it away to Patberg, and Southridge sets up the offense. Yoakum sets for 15, and he misses it. Rebound. Steinhardt fights for it, but coming down with it is Beatty. Now Patberg with a near steal. 3 men on the floor, and South Spencer comes away with it. Rust up to Lindsay. Across the timeline through the double team. Ball slapped loose, and a foul called on Pat. Lindsay with a 1-and-1. First one is good. 4 points for Bill Lindsay, all from the line. 40-38, Rebels by 2. Lindsay sets again. Second one by Bill is good again. 41-38, South Spencer again with a 3-point lead. Patberg works it up to Rick across the timeline. Down to Ron in the corner. Underneath to Noss. Noss turns, puts it up and in. Noss with his 6th point on a pass from Steinhardt. 41-40. Now the Raiders with some full court pressure. Rust double team. Gets it away to Clark. Back to Lindsay and across the timeline. 6 minutes to play. Rebels by 1. And they're going to look like they are spreading the offense just a little bit, Dave. Lindsay away to Clark. Clark holds it above his head. Raiders enter his zone. Lindsay now to Rust. Back to Lindsay. Away to Clark. Clark holds it outside. Knocked away by Yoakum out of bounds. 39 to play. Rebels with the basketball. Allen gives it away to Lindsay. Back to Allen. Double teamed across to Rust. Rust with a head fake. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay to Rust. Rust inside to
South Spencer on that end of the floor.
Raiders look for a lead again. They haven't had very many here in the second half. Patberg across the timeline. Ball gives it off to Rick. Rick on the dribble, off to Yoakum. Cross court to Ron. Ron head fake, steps through, puts up the shot, hits. The Raiders lead. 14 points for Ron Patberg. 42-41 Southridge. Clark across the timeline to Lindsay. Lindsay works it in. Throws it over to Rust. Rust back to Lindsay. Again to Rust. Out in the wing to Clark. Away to Allen. Allen towards the baseline. Cut away. Gives it to Lindsay. Lindsay. Now to Rust again. Back to Lindsay. On the wing to Allen. Allen head fake inside. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay takes one bounce. Away to Rust on the right wing. Back to Lindsay. Now to Allen. 15-footer. Nothing but net. Chris Allen with his 16th point. Rebels 43-42. Southridge with the ball. Patberg across the timeline. Top of the key. Now to Ron in the corner. He'll set. He'll fire. And he'll miss.
Southridge.
Ron hits the first one. He has 15 points. Ties it at 43 with 4:08 remaining. Ron with a second chance. And he misses. Rebound South Spencer. We're tied at 43 with 4 minutes to play. Southridge will play a man-to-man defense this time. Nearly stolen by Pat. A couple more, or 1-and-1 anyway. Puts it away and misses it. Rebounded off. Southridge with the basketball. We're tied at 43. Patberg kicked away by Patberg with the basketball. Cut off. Gives it away to Yoakum. Yoakum cross court to Ron. Back top to Rick. Off to Yoakum. He drives the lane, loses the basketball, and it goes out of bounds to South with the score tie. Rust up to Allen. Allen walks it up. Gives it away to Rust. Double team to Clark. Knocked away. Allen picks it up. Drives through. Dishes it away. Picked away by Steinhardt. Steinhardt up floor to Patberg. Patberg down to the corner in the middle of Yoakum. He'll take it right up and in this time. Todd Yoakum with his 6 points. And the Raiders lead by 2, 45-33. Made a drive to the goal with authority that time. Lindsay on the dribble, loses the basketball. It goes.
His new ice cream flavor.
45-43, Southridge with the lead. Lindsay gets the inbound pass, and Southridge with full court pressure. Chris Allen brings it up across the timeline to Lindsay, and now the Raiders fall back into a zone defense. Lindsay with the basketball, back outside to Rust. Now to Clark, to Rust. Now on the wing to Lindsay. Lindsay looks for the cutter through the lane. They don't see him. Knocked away, picked up out on the wing by Allen. Now to Rust, to Lindsay. Lindsay steps through to Rust. Outside to Allen. Allen to Rust, back to Allen, back to Rust. Rust from 15, hits it. Nice shot by Brad Rust. He has 13 points. We're tied at 45 with 2:25 to play. Patberg will work it up with his brother Rick. Rick and Ron look up across the timeline to Yoakum. Now to Patberg. Ron Patberg across to Rick. Rick looks for a man in the lane, tries to get up the Noss, knocked away, loose on the floor.
4th Street in a
Scores. South Spencer back with the lead. 17 points for Allen. 46-45 Rebels. Allen with the second one. Hits again. 18 points for Allen. 47-45 South Spencer as we near the 2-minute mark. Southridge with the basketball. Patberg across the timeline, down to Yoakum at 2 minutes. Top of the key, Patberg. Around to Rick Patberg, now to Ron. Ron underneath to Hilsmeyer, back to Ron, flapped away, picked up by Hilsmeyer. Ron outside to Yoakum, now to Rick with a minute 45. Ron in the corner, cross courts it to Yoakum. Yoakum drives in, puts up the shot, and hits it. Todd Yoakum with his 8th point. We're tied at 47. That one nearly came off, too. Rebels against the full court pressure. Work it up to Clark. Clark off to Lindsay with a minute 28. Top of the key to Rust with a minute 25. On the wing to Clark. Clark is double teamed. Looks for an outlet. Gets it to Rust with a minute 18. Now to Clark with a minute 15. Clark holds it above his head. Has to get rid of it. Gets it away to Rust. Rust with a minute 7. Thrown away by Patberg. Patberg down floor, knocked away number 3. 59 seconds, and it looks like the Raiders are going to hold for the last shot. Dave, they're going to probably run down the clock and then call time. Ron and Rick Patberg just passed
no pressure at all on the Raiders right now.
Now they come out. 44 seconds on the clock. Southridge with the ball. It's tie game. Ron Patberg, 38 seconds. To Rick Patberg with 35. To Todd Yoakum, to Patberg, 31. Patberg, to Ron, to Rick. Rick across the top of the key with 24. Still on the dribble with 22 to Yoakum. To Patberg with 19. To Yoakum, swept away from behind. South Spencer with a steal and a foul.
and Small Kirk. Then there's Holland.
Threw it away. Lindsay at the line. Up. No good. Rebound, Southridge. 15 seconds left. Patberg up floor to Yoakum with 12. Yoakum in the corner. Double teamed to Patberg with 8. Rick Patberg down the corner to Todd Yoakum with 5. He lets it fly. He's fouled. 3 seconds left. Free throws up and good. 9 points for Yoakum. Now the Rebels call time. Timeout South Spencer. Yoakum sets at the free throw line. He shoots. He misses. Rebound short. Up court to Lindsay. 2-1.